So Marco Silva's team are doing really well. Again, they're on the cusp of a European place, and it feels like the next logical step to push Fulham on is a midfielder. A box-to-box midfielder. They've done really well. They've got Lukic in there, who's replaced Palhinha quite well. Again, a fairly astute signing, I think. But they really lack energy, I think, in midfield. They lack someone that can pick the ball up and really carry it forward in the way that sort of Morgan Rogers has done for Villa. I'm sure, most teams would love a Morgan Rogers right now. But I think Fulham are just missing that energy. They've got Alex Iwobi, who they've been playing in a wider position lately. And I think if they could get a little bit more energy and legs and guile into that midfield, they'd become a much, much more dangerous team as a result. And one player who immediately stands out is Joe Bellingham from Sunderland. Now, Sunderland may well be a Premier League side next year, who knows? But I think he'd be tempted by a move to Fulham. I think he'd be tempted by a move to Fulham to come to, obviously, to London, to a club that's on the cusp of Europe, that could well make Europe next season. Playing for Marco Silva, and I think he's producing enough now at Sunderland. He played 45 games last season. He's only 19, and he's starting regularly this season as well. He's not someone that would come in and sit on the bench at Fulham. He's someone you absolutely would come in and would be starting, and it'd be really interesting to see, can he hit the dizzy heights that that Jude is? Could Job do the same? I've watched him quite a few times this season where he's just looked different class. He's still got that, he's still a little bit immature at times. He's still, a little bit rash in his decision making. But I think coming to the Premier League, he's ready for that now. He's ready for that step up. And whether he makes that with Sunderland or maybe he makes a move in January, it'll be really interesting to see. How much do you get a Joe Bellingham for in this market? Do you pay a premium because he's Jude's brother? Who knows? I think Joe Bellingham probably 20, 25, 30 million maybe. For a 19-year-old coming from the Championship, I would say 30 million is probably excessive. But it'd be really interesting to see him in the Premier League sooner rather than later.